Okay. All right. So I'm recording now. Once again, I wanted to intro Dana and uh, remind everyone that she's going to talk about making health and wellness affordable for everyone, particularly focusing on essential rewards and why it is so beneficial. So I'm going to, as soon as I find my participants list, there we go. I'm going to allow her to take it away.
All right, guys. So thank you, thank you. I just wanted to make this like quick and brief, but I think it's super important, especially in this arena, because as we're making health and wellness transitions and changes, a lot of times I hear, well, it's too expensive to be healthy, right? Whether it's the food, whether it's the products, a lot of times people feel like Young Living can be expensive. And the reality is we might need to kind of shift just how we're spending our dollars. It's not about an extra expense and it's not about adding more to our plate, but it's just simply seeing how we can switch things out and how we can maximize and get the most out of the products that we know are the best for us. So I really, really want to hone in on making health and wellness affordable for everyone. So I'm going to have a couple little myths and facts that we're going to just talk a little bit about and dig deeper with some of those facts. So myth, the first one we are going to talk about is I can't afford an extra expense. So again, as mentioned, making that shift from we're just going to simply replace the things that we already have, okay? So we're not going to start buying anything extra, but we know that Young Living is a full wellness company, right? So we know that they have deodorant, toothpaste, they have laundry detergent, they have all the things that we already are using in our household. So how can we transition to using those products and benefiting and getting the most? So here's the fact. The average US household spends anywhere from $300 to $1,216 per month on personal care products and household products. And the reason we say 300 to 1200 is the reality is it depends on how many people are in your household, right? So that low number actually is for maybe a one-person household. But many of us probably don't live in a one-person household. Maybe some of us do, but most of us do not. So when we look at those numbers, 300 to 1200, you're spending this money anyways, right? So prospectively, when we start thinking about that, right, what is the requirement for being on Essential Rewards with Young Living? Right? So when we think about that, that's still way under what you're already spending anyways. So think about that.
And I'll just add to that, if I can, just for a minute, because I know that sometimes there may be individuals that say, well, hey, look, I don't even spend $300 a month on personal care items. But keep in mind that it's personal care and household products. So when you start to think about how much do I spend on like my toilet tissue and some of the snacks and things that I like to buy from the grocery store, um, hair products, gels, shampoo, conditioner, all of those things, if you use them quite regularly, most likely you're spending that amount anyway. So we have to kind of broaden what we put under this category, because sometimes we don't readily think about those things because we may not classify them immediately as personal care or household products. But in reality, we're actually using these things every single month and we're spending money on them.
And to add to that as well, a lot of times because we're doing it little by little, we don't realize that that is the amount that we're spending, right? So maybe you go grocery shopping once a week, and in that grocery shopping, you added a toothpaste and you added a deodorant and you added these things, right? But then gauge and look at what does that look like on a monthly basis for you and your household. So the next myth, I am saving more by shopping at my local store. So this can be another myth, right? we think, oh, I'm just gonna go over to my local, store and I'm gonna purchase my things. Most of the time it's the big box stores, right? They're not hurting. They're not hurting at all for our dollars. And we think that we're getting a savings. And I will just put this one out there because this is a place that we do shop and there are items that we can't get from Young Living. So we do shop here. But I think about even like my Costco or my Sam's Club memberships, right? I get a discount when I shop there, right? And so there's things that we will go other places and I'm like, no, wait, we can get that from the big place, right? Because we get a percentage back, right? But when we look at that percentage in comparison to what we're getting from Young Living, again, it's a myth that I'm actually saving more. The only reason I'm doing that is because I can't get it from Young Living.
And if we're honest with ourselves, sometimes when we go to the local store, a lot of times when we purchase things from in person, it's because of our impatience, right? So the Amazon model, when Amazon came out, they completely changed the way that we shop and the things that we have access to. So we've gotten in the habit of if I can't get it in 2 days or less, then now I need to go to the store, or now I need it right away because I didn't maybe plan out my month and I ran out of something. I need it like now. And so understand that that's under the guise of just what we've become accustomed to because of the age that we live in, where everything is easy access, almost instant. And so a lot of it, like we mentioned, is also reshaping the way that we're thinking and the way that our brain thinks or our mind thinks.
So the fact is there is a way to save more and get better quality. Next. So let's talk a little bit about Essential Rewards. So if you are not already on Essential Rewards or using Essential Rewards, essentially what Essential Rewards is a loyalty program that rewards you for your orders each month. You have the ability to customize each and every order with the products you love and the processing date you desire. So it has complete flexibility. The beautiful thing about this rewards program is you earn anywhere from 10 to 25% back. That depends on how long you are on it. But let's take those same numbers that we took in the beginning, right? That 300 to 1200 that we're spending anyways. If you just said the 10% that you're getting back because you're now purchasing these from Young Living, you're going to reduce what you're already spending from anywhere from $270 to $1,089.40, right? So if you look at that high end and you've been on Essential Rewards for 25 plus months, then you're at that 25%. So you're saving even more because that goes down to anywhere from $225 to $912 a month. So again, remember, when we are talking about savings, we're talking about the big picture overall savings, okay? Again, that's gonna take a little adjustment on our mindset because we're just trading where we're spending that dollars. The other nice bonus thing that Young Living does is they say, you know what, because you remain on this loyalty program, we're also gonna just shoot you a free oil, right? So you're gonna also get free products. If you try to value that, that adds to the value of what you're getting.
I want to take a minute to give you kind of a real life example because for me personally, on my personal Young Living account, I am 1 month shy of 25% back. When spouses could join and get their own accounts, that was 2 years ago in August, so I am like one ER order away. But I really learned to appreciate how this saves you money over time. For example, if you look in the picture here, you see that bottle of Ningxia Red that's sitting in the back. And one of the nice things that I like is we're using these products anyway. We're ordering them anyway. But because the percentage of what you get back for your order goes up over time, even at the 20% margin, I typically get enough back on my order to get a free 4-pack of Ningxia Red or a free 2-pack of Ningxia Red. So when you think about that, let's say from the standpoint of maybe you want to get something like Ningxia Red for your household, but you felt like that first point mentioned that it was too expensive. Well, now because I've stayed on ER for almost 2 years now, it's pretty much paying for my Ningxia Red, reducing the overall cost that I pay out of pocket for products in my home. So you can see why in the numbers that's given there in the evaluation at the bottom, why it's cheaper over time to use Essential Rewards. Because that money that you would ordinarily spend to get these products, when you get that percentage back, it makes some of those products free. So you're going to spend less time or less money over time, and you're going to earn free gifts along the way at 3, 6, and 9 months, including loyalty oil that you can't get anywhere else. You can't even buy it. You can only get it for being an Essential Rewards member. So you can see how over time, it pretty much, well, even from the beginning, but over time, it pays for itself and it makes it well worth it.
And just to add to that, most programs, if you think about it, again, I hate to compare other companies, but most programs, you pay money simply to save the money, right? Like you pay them yearly so that you can go there and save money. It's not like you pay them and then you get to buy something with what you paid them. No, you're just paying them because they're like, oh, good, yep, you can shop with us now, right? Whereas Young Living is not doing that. Young Living is saying, you're just going to get money back for what you're purchasing, right? And then we're going to reward you in addition.
You sure you don't want to say what the company was?
No.
Okay. All right.
So here I want to give you guys some ideas. And if you noticed, I started with the 190 PV. I did this purposefully only because, as was announced, and I'm super excited about, we are going to be having access to free shipping. Okay, guys? Free shipping. That is huge, okay? Especially if you're ordering things like Ninja Red, because of how expensive the shipping cost is, right? Well, that free shipping that's going to start in September is going to start at the tier of 190. Here we can see how with all types of different products, I love the first one, the complete bathroom kit, because if you notice, there is 0 oils in there. Because I know I've heard many people tell me, well, how much thieves do I really need thieves every single month? Maybe not, but you will need your bathroom products, right? You will need mouthwash, toothpaste, deodorant, hand soap, shampoo, conditioner, right? And then maybe next month, because you've stocked up on those things, you don't need those things. So you can completely change what you need next. And for us, honestly, I find by time we've stocked up in one area, it's time to restock in another one, right? So again, you can see how beneficial this is, how customizable it is, and how really there's so much power behind what the things you need. A lot of your supplements in general, you're getting about a 30-day supply anyways. So you're going to need to replace those things. And then here's some ideas for the 300 PV. Again, when we think about what you're spending already, really the minimum was at the 300. So again, think about some of these things. I love the Chef Young Living bundle. And if you notice too, if you can see on the screen, it even tells you the points that you're getting back, right? So let's take that Chef Young Living bundle. So you're gonna get all of these culinary vitality oils that you can cook with. You get your einkorn flour, you get the einkorn pancake, you get pure protein, a cookbook, you get syrup, you get einkorn, the rotini. But if you notice, if you're at the 10%, you get 30.73 points back, right? If you're at the next level tier and you're getting that 20% back, you're getting 61.46. And if you're at that highest tier, you're getting 76.84. So when you look at that total of $332.75, that is reduced by taking down that little percent back that you're getting, that cash back. So again, we have to look beyond maybe the initial and see again, how can I customize this? How can I benefit? And how can I get the most? But there's more. And I love this part of Essential Rewards too. And I think sometimes we forget to mention this. We say, oh, there's July's promos, right? But we don't really look at the value in it. As you can tell, I'm a numbers girl. So again, right now we still have that 100 PV tier, right? So you place 100 on your Essential Rewards and you're getting $25.33 value for free in an Envision bottle. That's huge. So not only did you get your, if you're just starting, maybe 10%, 20 or 25%, but you're also getting another complete $25 or a $25 product for free. So I always recommend, especially as people are starting to get the flow and starting to make those transitions, look at the value of all of these things as well. At that 300 PV, you're getting almost 300 PV dollars, or yeah, $300 worth of free products. That's what you're spending on the products you need. Like, that is unheard of. That's unheard of in our market, right? So think about those things. And this is a great way to also use and utilize things that maybe you wouldn't have thought to buy. How many people here have smelled Egyptian gold? I don't see anybody's hand.
Mine was up.
That's it? Oh my goodness. Egyptian gold is amazing. Like, it's, I put it on age. Oh yeah, I love Egyptian gold. Okay.
That nap that I said I was taking right before I got on this call, it was Egyptian Gold's fault.
Yeah, I put it in the diffuser today. Because I do, when the promos come out, I start using those oils again because I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot, I love that one. You gotta get to those promos so that you can test out, you can experience stuff that maybe you wouldn't have thought to buy, or you wouldn't have thought to see how it resonates with your body. So again, this is gonna be an even extra bonus to your savings, an extra bonus to your household, and it's going to do so many things. And when you think about it, when Young Living crafts their promos, it's with the season in mind. It's with what's going on in mind. So I even think that it's super interesting that Common Sense is one, and Envision and Valor, and we know what's been going on the world scene, right? All of these things are really going to connect with a lot of our emotions. It's going to connect with our mental clarity. They're going to connect with a lot of those beautiful things. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen because I really hope that with looking at it from a more analytical standpoint, that it makes sense as to why it's so important to not only craft for yourself how you can get the most out of your savings, but also craft for other people. Because so many people are hurting when it comes to getting health and wellness in their household. They don't see the big picture of how this can bless their families and how that it can benefit their families. But when we break it down in simple forms and help them appreciate how beneficial this is going to be in the long run, they're going to not only make a better investment for themselves, but they're going to be able to make a better investments for their families.
All right. Okay. So with that being said, thank you for sharing that, number one. But hopefully you guys got something out of that. I really think it's one of the best values. I've always been a box service kind of person. Like, I would buy clothes from box service. I would get food delivered. I would get like ties, and if it came in a box and it was something I could just pay every single month to have it shipped to me, I would always take advantage of that. And none of those services ever gave me anything back in return for being a customer. So when you look at the value of something like what Essential Rewards offers, it's really top notch. and nothing else compares to it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording for now. And then I know that